Good morning, good morning, good morning from Rockstar HQ. I am joined today by the gorgeous Trudie. Hi, Trudie.
Hi.
How are you this morning, my
dear? Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Trudie is from Indigo Grace, and we will pop the link into Trudie's page at the end of the broadcast. So if you are around and you want to go and check out Trudie, I really do strongly advise that you do, because she is epic. Then that would be fantastic. So we'll just give it a minute for Facebook to let people know that we are online and that we are live. If you are joining us live, please do pop into the comments box and say hi. If you would like to share the broadcast, and that would also be particularly awesome.
Yeah.
So come on in, tell us that you're live. Is it okay to share? Yes, it is, Carolee. Jump on in and share away. And if you are watching the replay, then you are equally as welcome, and you can put any comments that you have throughout, and we'll both pop back later if anybody's got anything that they want our help or attention with. So would you like to tell us, Trudie, a little bit about your lovely business?
My lovely business is Indigo Grace, and my business will be 3 years old in December. Primarily, I started out as an angel card reader and have evolved from there with all your lovely help. I wanted to create courses. I was delivering them in person. I've 2 small kids. That's not always easy to do, to, take 2 and, run a course somewhere, travel for it, whatever it may be. So I really wanted to get them online, and you helped me to do that. So now I've got 4 courses online, and I teach people how to read angel cards. I have a monthly club then called the Soul Sanctuary, where we talk about spiritual subjects, and we look into different things. Like this month we're doing Archangel Michael, who he is, how he can help us, how we can communicate with him, meditation with him, how we can bring him into our day-to-day life, all kind of stuff like that. I have a free month running this month called Living the Life You Love, which is helping people to be positive, to, start working with the law of attraction and starting to understand how to live the life that they want and the life that they would love to be living, instead of being in a negative headspace or a down headspace all the time. So that's the kind of things that I do. On the Facebook page, I do card reveals and stuff like that. I've recently set up the online side of things, the shop side of things, which is all crystals and Buddhas and angels and all lovely spiritual goodies. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff.
So what made you get started? Where did you start from? And I know we've talked about this story before, about you receiving a letter and saying that, you were ready to go and you weren't sure whether you could go, and, talking about actually that very beginning. What was the motivation to get started?
The motivation to get started was after I had my 2 kids. I went through depression and I went through anxiety, and I went through both really, really badly. I was living on antidepressants, Valium and tea. That was my whole diet. I didn't go outside the house. I didn't want to know anybody. My marriage broke down, and financially I was, in a really bad space. So my mum came over and she said, come and do psychic development. And I went, nah. No, not for me. No, thank you. She'd always been into it, and I always went, no way. And she encouraged me, and I eventually went and found meditation, and all this stuff helped me so much. Meditation helped me to get a clear headspace. I came off all my medications, and I started living a more positive lifestyle, and through the help of my family and my angels and stuff like that. And the motivation then to really get the business going came from having 2 small children, wanting to do something for them, that I could be at home with them, for parents. So, I didn't want to be working for somebody else and being tied up and being took away from my family all the time. I wanted to be at home. And this was all that I knew. I could have became a VA. I had lots of experience and all that kind of thing. I could have became many kind of administration jobs or whatever, but I just didn't have an interest in it. This is where my passion lay. So I tried to get the business going, and everything kind of seemed to come in my way all the time. And eventually I pulled out a card, which is called The World, if you're familiar with any tarot decks or angel tarot decks. And that is a card, that kind of tells you that everything is lining up in your favor and it's time to go. So when that card came, I knew that was it. And yeah, within a week, my business was given the go ahead, and off we went. It was a bit of a whirlwind. It all kind of happened within a year that I set my intention that this is where I wanted to be and where I ended up being. So yeah, it was a very positive step though.
So Mummy knows best.
Mummy does know best. Mummy always knows best. And she's not watching live, but I know she'll watch this on the replay. So if I didn't say that, I would be so smacked later on.
Mummy, you definitely knew best, because she doesn't have a talent, this girl. So, the progression was that you started off with a market stall, is that right?
Yeah. I was about 3 months in business, and an opportunity came up to have the market stall, which I took, and I started in there 1 day a week primarily, and I ended up being in there for 2 days a week because it was just more easy to keep your stock there and stuff like that. I wasn't having to drag everything in and out. It seemed like a really, really good idea. But yeah, I gave it up only 2 weeks ago after 2 years.
Yeah, and it was just 2 weeks ago that you gave that up. And it was a decision you didn't take lightly.
No. Fair? Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I was there for 2 years and it was safe. It was safe. I knew what to expect in there, and I had friends in there, and it was nice. It was getting me out of the house, and I was meeting people and stuff like that. And I met lots of my lovely, lovely clients in there who probably would have never found me on Facebook, who would have, because they met me face to face, and came in week after week and got to know me, began to start working with me. But it became too safe, and I wasn't pushing myself in other areas. And there's so much more that I could be doing, and so much more that I intend to do, that I just, it dawned on me, and I went, yeah, I'm playing it safe now. I'm playing it safe, and this is not good, because safe can be dangerous. And I just thought about it, meditated over it, told nobody what I was thinking, went into the market on Saturday and said, by the way, this is my last weekend, and up the left. And it's the best thing I've done.
It repaid you in dividends very quickly, didn't it?
It did. It really, really did. I had a massive income day there last week, which I was telling you about, and then even the following day was really high. Because of the market, I ruled out my weekends. They were gone. They were booked up. I wasn't doing anything. So I was trying to cram my whole life into 5 days, which is spending time with the kids, which is, doing my readings, working through my coursework. And things began to suffer. They really did begin to suffer. My soul sanctuary was not where I wanted it to be. They were not getting the service I wanted them to get. My courses were getting a medium level of service, I was attentive, and then I'd be less attentive, and it was just up and down all the time. So from the moment that I took that decision to leave, everything has started swimming. Everything has started flowing in the right direction. And yeah, I was playing it too safe for too long. So yeah, it came about, and it's worked out really, really well for me.
I know that you're saying that you played it safe, and I think elements of what you have done, yes, you had been playing it safe. But I think that if we look at the entirety of your business and your business growth over the last 12 to 18 months, I think that you've really been brave and stepped outside of your comfort zone and done stuff. And, I've never put anything to you that you've said no to.
No, I'm always up for a challenge. Yeah, like when you told me to start going live, and I went, live on Facebook? No, can't do that. And I really believed that, oh my God, I'm putting myself out there. The thing about my business is, because it's a spiritual based business, it's different. It's not the norm, and you don't always get nice feedback to that. But I have been very, very lucky in the sense that the people that I draw into my page are people who are meant to be there. Very rarely do I get somebody on the page who has, not got the same line of thought as us, or, is a troll or whatever. Very, very rarely that's happened to me. And when you do get them, you might think, oh, I'm not doing this again. I don't like putting myself out there, but you have to realize that at the end of the day, this is one person's opinion, and you still have 3,500 who follow you, and you have to step up for them because they need your message. It's not that one person who's sitting at home in his bedroom annoying everybody on the end of the computer, you know. So yeah, I've took some big steps because of you, Emma. I've got meditations on YouTube, things like that. I mean, I never thought of myself as doing meditations. Didn't think I was cool enough for that stuff.
You've got a beautiful voice.
Apparently, according to your daughter, I do. She wouldn't like to hear me at bedtime. Get to bed.
So just have a look in the comments and see what everyone's saying. Claire Brett's coming to say Trudie is the most beautiful soul. Caroline resonates with the word safe, I think. Claire also says you're spookily psychic too. Caroline says she is also the safety queen. So we'll sort that out, I think, Caroline. I think we'll sort out the safety queen element. I know that you have got your deck with you, and I wonder if anybody would like a little read from Trudie, a little card pull. Come on in and let us know if you would like a little card pull from Trudie. She is spookily psychic, and I have readings with Trudie regularly because she is really epic. She's one of only two people that I trust to read for me. So there we
go. Are you going to pull some cards too, Emma?
Oh, I might do. I will let you go first. We'll let you go first. Oh, right. Okay. So we've got Claire Brett coming in first. Yes, please. Hi, Gemma. Welcome. If you want to card pull, Trudie's on it, and she's also bullying me into doing it, I think, as well.
Claire, the card that I pulled for you, and I hope you can see it because I'm not really sure. Am I lined up? Can
I can see that.
Cool. That is spiritual gifts, and it's the Archangel Samuel. So this is a card that's telling you that you have so much more within you that you have yet to channel out, that you've got so much more that you need to bring forward to people, so much more love in your heart that you need to share, Claire. And it's just, at this moment, it's coming across, but it's stopping. And you're afraid to push that a little bit more, but yet people would love it so much, and it would resonate with so many people because you have a big message to put out there. So drop the fear, start listening to Emma because I'm sure she's bossing you about in a good way, and get out there and start doing it. You know what you need to do, and this is what I feel. You know inside you what needs to come out, and yet it's being suppressed. You keep going, no, I can't do that. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's going to take a lot of time. You're putting all these excuses in the way, and it's just not working for you. Push out the excuses. Get on with it. Get cracking. You can do this. The Archangel Samuel would love you to help. Would love to help you. He will help you channel your message, get across what you need to say, and to really help you to bring your gifts forward into the world. So that's your card, Claire.
Yeah, I think that for Claire, that there is, she has a bit of a place of safety, and I think that that's her group, and I think that she is absolutely sharing that message within her group, and the people that are in her group are benefiting from that message. But I think that message needs to come out to the whole wide world, Claire, because I think, yes, you do have something quite epic to share, and you need to move beyond the fear.
Yeah, really and truly. Fear is it's such a block. Really and truly such a block. I mean, I've let fear get in the way time and time again, and then you've pushed me past fear and said, just do it. And I know when you tell me to do something that you tell me from a place of wanting me to succeed and also wanting me to serve my crowd. So I know when you say something like that, it's really, it's really time to do it. So if you've been telling Claire to get on with it and put her stuff out there, then she needs to do that.
She's asking me why I'm nodding so much, because I know it's right. Carolee says, have one, please.
Carolee, yeah, no problem at all. Carolee, the message for you is love and accept yourself. Ooh, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, perfect. Love and accept yourself, Carolee. Okay, so with this card, you are knocking yourself back all the time. You're telling yourself that you're not good enough. You're telling yourself that you don't deserve the best in the world. And you do. You really do. It's there for all of us, okay? You deserve to be happy. You deserve to, you know, be abundant. You deserve to have abundance. You deserve to be, you know, at the forefront. You deserve to be noticed and recognized for the work that you do. You deserve to be part of all of this good stuff. Stop pushing yourself back with these negative affirmations. You're telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this. Whatever it may be that you are speaking to yourself is the wrong tack to be taken, because you are pushing yourself further and further back. The less confident you are in yourself, the less love you have for yourself, the less that people will pick up on what you're trying to get across, because giving it with that passion, that stuff. It's really, really, really important that you start accepting that you know, really do deserve the best, and that you are capable of so much, and that you can deliver a really, really wonderful message to the world, as long as you step past that block you've been creating.
I think that is very, very, very true for Kerry. I think that she's got some amazing talents, and I think that she's hiding them at the moment, and it would be lovely to see her start to flourish. And I know that she has flourished stacks. You know, she has absolutely flourished stacks, and she should be really proud of how far she's come. But I think that there's definitely more. There's definitely more in there. Yeah. So Gemma said that she would love a card as well, please.
No problem. Now, Gemma, the card that I pulled for you is the Archangel Samuel, and it's Open Your Heart. So the Archangel Samuel is the Archangel of love and relationships. He can also help us in our career, though, and that's something a lot of people overlook. The Archangel Samuel can help us to align up to our life purpose. Now, Gemma, I have a little business, and it's something that I really love, and I'm very passionate about sharing that message that you share. And this is about you opening up to the feedback that you're getting, to the people who are on your page, and opening your heart to the love that they have for you, the wants that they have for you to continue with your message and to bring it to a bigger audience, because it should be something that is making headline news. It should be something that is in all the national newspapers. It should be something that is out there in front of the world. You have a wonderful business, and you don't even realize it. You think that it's just, the feeling that I get is that to you often not feel like it's like a hobby, that it's not meant to be something that can bring you abundance. That Emma is laughing, and I don't know why, but you do treat it or feel like it is a hobby, and that is wrong, so wrong, because this is your life purpose, and you are living it. You just haven't lined up to it. So it's about opening your heart and allowing that love and support to come in from all those people who want you out there, and all those people who want to see you do bigger and better things. And that is your card, sweetheart.
Yay!
Why were you laughing?
Yay! I had a conversation with Gemma yesterday, so that's fantastic. Anyone else want a card reveal? While I just tell, I haven't told you this, Trudie. I am helping out on Card of the Day while Kate Spencer is on holiday over on her page.
Yay!
500,000 people.
Ah! Brilliant.
I'm doing Monday mornings, so if anybody wants to join me on Monday morning next week and the week after, I am guest host of Card of the Day.
Oh, fantastic. Yay.
So come on, tell us, anybody else like a card? Does anybody else want? Oh, Karen Pennell says, can I have a card, please?
Hi, Karen. Karen is in my lovely soul sanctuary.
She's gorgeous.
She is.
Stop playing safe, Holmes, and get your cards out. They're here.
She's up next. Karen. Oh, I've picked this for you. Again, spiritual gifts and Archangel Raziel. Right. Now, Karen, when you start to include spirituality in your day-to-day life, that's when your happiness is going to start flowing. When you keep suppressing your spiritual gifts, when you keep saying, you know what, that's all nice and good and I like it, but I'm not going to do it because, I don't know, that's a bit scary, or that's a bit different, or, you know, it's not socially acceptable, or whatever terms you've been applying to it. you know, you are not going to be happy if you keep doing that. So let's start living it. Let's start bringing it into your day-to-day life. Let's start chatting to the angels. Let's start, you know, calling in your family and spirit, your guides, the whole lot. You have a great connection, and you know you have a great connection, but you suppress it all the time. And often or not, the questions that you ask, Karen, can be answered in your own mind. You'll get that answer directly, straight away, if you just allowed yourself to tune in and just spend those few minutes every day grounding yourself, bringing yourself into the moment, focusing on your breath, and just being quiet and still and allowing, you know, those messages to flow into you. But there's so much that is ahead of you, so much of a journey ahead of you spiritually, but also that it's going to be a very positive, very heart-centered, and you know, it's going to be an absolute joy to be a part of that. So there you go. That's your card, darling.
Gorgeous soul is Karen, a gorgeous soul.
Yeah, definitely.
You mentioned grounding there, Trudie. Can you tell us a little bit more about grounding?
Yeah, grounding is connecting to earth energies. And by connecting to earth energies, we bring ourselves into the present moment. So we increase our focus, our concentration, and our awareness. You know, it's really, really, really good if you stress out a lot, if you're up in your head a lot, if you're anxious. You know, it's really, really a very positive thing to do each day to get yourself into a very good, clear headspace. We can do a little grounding exercise here live if you want.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right, everybody got their 2 feet on the floor. And this, you know, you don't have to do it with your eyes closed. You can if you want. So if you're sat at home and you want to close your eyes, go for it. But basically what I want you to do is keep those 2 feet on the floor, and I want you to visualize roots coming out from the soles of your feet. Okay? And these roots are going to start going down into the earth. So they're going to crack through that floor beneath you, through the layers of concrete, and they're going to go down, down, all through the foundations of your house or wherever you may be, down into the earth. And they're getting stronger, thicker, stronger roots, and they're growing fast. And they're going down through the layers of the earth, all the way down. Keep them going. Take a nice deep breath in if you feel like you're losing it, until you reach the earth's core. And when you reach the earth's core, I want you to visualize these roots wrapping and wrapping around it really strongly. Really, really strongly. And when you feel like they're really tight, if you've closed your eyes, you can open them again. And I want you to try and lift your feet. If you've got resistance, you are grounded.
I'm stuck.
If you feel resistance there, you are grounded. And that is what being grounded feels like. It's you know, about really a weighted feeling, but that means you're here, you're present. You can actually move your feet. It's okay, you're not really stuck. But yeah, that's how it works, and that is a simple exercise, and with practice you can literally do that. And so I do that each morning as soon as my feet hit the floor, and I do it again throughout the day. If I have a stressful, busy day, I'll ground myself. Grounded myself before I came on this live with you, so that I was here and present and not thinking about what the kids had for breakfast this morning, or what they didn't have, or what they're going to have for dinner tonight, or whatever. So yeah, that's grounding, and I do it every day, and I recommend everybody else does it every day as well. And I have a video on YouTube about that. So
fabulous. And do you do it just on a morning, or do you do it on a night as well?
Can do it as many times as you feel the need. I'll ground myself in the morning to set myself up for the day, because often or not you get out of bed, you're still a bit sleepy, you've got the kids running around or whatever it may be in your life, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I need to do breakfast and lunch, and you know, you're not really with it. So I'll ground myself and nice deep breath in, and I'm here, I'm present. Right, what do I need to do? And again, I done it first thing this morning when I woke up. I done it again before I came on live with you, so that I'm here in this moment in this video. And I'll probably do it again 3 or 4 times throughout the day, depending on how crazy the day is or what I've got to do. And when I was anxious, I used to ground maybe 20 times a day, because I, you know, lose it. I'd gain it, lose it, gain it, lose it all the time. But it's just, it gets to be a habit, and you get to do it so quickly. And nobody even needs to know you're doing it. You know, that's the great thing about it. So, yeah.
moment, isn't it, of being present and reconnecting. Do so many wonders. Josephine said, could she have a card, please?
She can indeed.
Anybody else want a card? Come on in and pop into the comments if you want Trudie to pull you a card. That would be fabulous.
Josephine, your card is take time to breathe. Now, I bet that makes sense to you. I bet you've been working yourself up into a right tiz lately. I bet you've been up in your head so much, wondering, stressing, just not at all present, focused, grounded like we've just done. You've been spending too much time caught up in the stress and the worry, and not enough time just breathing and letting life flow. You're not on your own in this. Your angels do hear you. They know what's going on, but they can't come in and help you unless you ask them for their help. You have free will, Josephine. So this is the thing about it. If you want to express that free will, they have to allow you to do that. They can't come in and step in your way. So instead of stressing and worrying about something, why not give it up to your angels? Why not ask them to come in and to help you and give them whatever worries and cares you have, and just sit in silence and breathe for a few moments and trust that everything will start to fall in your direction. Rather than carrying around a negative mindset, a stressed out mindset, it'll only promote more negativity and more stress. Just breathe, just be, and let it go, because it's not serving you. So yeah, your angels are around, trusting them, and give it all up to them. That's the message for you.
Yay! Alison would like a card as well, please.
Alison, no problem.
I feel like the hostess with the mostess today.
Where are your cards?
I can't take away your thunder, can I?
Huh?
You're here as my guest. How can I take away your thunder?
Oh, but I'm willing to share it. I'm nice like that. Do you know? It's not just about me. It's also about you. Alison, hang on. Talking to Emma and pulling cards out at the same time. Alison. Okay, Alison, your card is connect with music. Okay. And this card, what it's about more so than anything else, is that music takes you to another place. When you're listening to songs on the radio, it increases or decreases your vibe. Do you know, sometimes we're listening to happy songs, we automatically feel happy and we start to, buzz around and get really positive and stuff like that. When we're listening to sad, slow music, we often bring ourselves down to a sad, slow place as well. So connect with your music, whatever you're wanting to feel. If you're wanting to feel motivated, if you're wanting to feel positive, then put on music to reflect that in your background. Have it around you all the time. Music is your way of meditating. And this is the great thing about meditation. There's not a one size fits all. For some people it's sitting in silence. For some people it's listening to somebody's voice, doing a guided meditation. Some people it's chanting or whatever it may be. And for some people it is music. And music for you is your meditation. So allow yourself to get caught up in the vibes that your music is giving off, and make sure that your music is reflecting the vibe that you want to give off. So that is your card.
I think that the other thing that comes straight to me for Alison is starting to use your music as well as an anchor. So it's something that I advise. If you have a good, if you have a good day and you're on a high and everything's working well, anchor that feeling into a piece of music, because then every time you play that music, you can go back to that place. And I think it's come up for Alison for whatever reason. So it might be that you need to anchor something into that into some music and take a feeling and really channel it into a certain song. I know that before I've done any speaking events, I've used Coldplay's Hymn for the Weekend.
Oh yeah.
Because that really does take me into my kind of speaking place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that I can connect with in any other way. Listen to that before I go and speak in a real life event. And, I feel it grounds me, it protects my energy, it brings my vibe up. And it's one of them that it's become my little in real life speaking, get in the place kind of tune.
Yeah, I have really strange taste in music, really, really strange. Like, I don't listen to a lot of mainstream music. I like the Gypsy Kings and I listen to their stuff. So they've got some songs that are like my peaceful, tranquil songs, and they've got some songs that are my happy, motivational songs, and they have some songs that are my celebration songs when something goes right, and I'll dance around the kitchen to them. And and the kids have songs as well, so they have ones that they like for certain things, and so we're on the Moana vibe at this moment in time. So
you too.
It's on YouTube 24/7,
which is more beneficial to the fact that Despicable Me 3 comes out at the end of the month, which I'm not looking for. That on repeat is going to kill
me. Yeah.
Claire Olsen would like a card as well, please.
Claire, is it?
Yeah, Claire.
Perfect. Claire, your card is Spiritual Abundance. It's a beautiful card, really beautiful card. And this is a card that is letting you know that when you line up to what you're wanting to deliver out there, when you line up to your message, what you want to do for your crowd, abundance will come your way. Stop fearing it. I felt resistance when I went to pick a card for you. It was like the deck just stopped and it wouldn't let me shuffle the cards, and I felt that resistance, and that's a vibe that's coming from you, and that vibe is saying you're resisting doing something that you know will bring you in this abundance. And maybe you're fearing that if you do it, you're pulling yourself away from the money, but in fact, if you do it, you'll bring yourself to the money. Abundance comes in when we are putting the right stuff out there, and that's something people get really scared about. When we go to put the right stuff out there, our ego kicks in and says, you can't do that. You're not good enough for that. And it's that nasally voice that you hear in your head. And it makes us think, you know what, that's going to fail. It's going to fail. It's going to fail so badly. It's going to be such a flop. But in fact, they're the things that are going to bring you the greatest joy, the biggest abundance. And, it's going to be the one that your crowd will resonate with the most. So when you've got that nasally voice in your head, know it's your ego and tell it to get lost, that you're not listening to it and you're going to do it anyway. So that is your card.
I know that my very best and most aligned work, be it programs, be it one-to-one work, whatever it is the stuff that made me put my pants a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the ones that made me go, oh my God, are you sure that's right? Is that okay? Are you definite? Are you definite? Because that's the step outside your comfort zone. That generally is the stuff that you're here to share.
Yeah. Exactly. When I used to do face-to-face courses, I used to do them on such a small scale. There would be like a max of 4 people in the room because I just would limit myself to that amount, because I'd say any more than that, that's scary. That's scary to have that many people. And this is coming from a girl who used to do microphone pitches in front of pools full of holiday tourists in Spain to sell them sun cream. The one thing that everybody had. You know what I mean? And that didn't bother me. But teaching more than 4 people in a room bothered me, even though I love teaching. I absolutely love it. But now, if there's 4 people in a room, I'm saying, where's the rest of them? Why aren't they here? And once you step into it, once you just get over that first hurdle, that bit of fear, then that's it. Everything starts to flow. And it really does flow.
Natasha would like a card, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Lots of business advice mixed in with card reads, mixed in with a bit of grounding. We are really going for it today.
We are going for it today. This card is beautiful. This card came up on my card reveal last night, and it's called Spiritual Support. And I love this card because it shows how surrounded we are at all times by our angels. And this is the great thing. We have one guardian angel who we were given before we were born and will have for our whole life. And then we have more angels who come in throughout our life for different reasons. They might come in for love. They might come in because of a new career or anything at all like that. And they'll come in and out as they need to. And we are always surrounded, but we don't always see it. And this is the great thing, that they are there and they want to support us and they want to help us. And Natasha, this for you is telling you, ask. Just ask for that help. Ask for that. Ask for the angels to help you with it, whatever you need help with. If you need direction, if you need a sign, if you need something put in your path, if you need a block even put up sometimes, then ask for it. Because if you are not asking, you will not receive. Okay? Your angels, your family and spirit, they all love you very much. They are very much around you all the time. Talk to them. Treat them as if they were still here. have those conversations and, just include them in your day-to-day life. And you will see the signs that they are around. So that's your card, darling.
Fabulous. And Mary would like a card, please, Trudie.
Mary, your card is loved one in heaven. Okay. And this is a very clear sign that somebody who's passed over is very much around you, very much trying to get in contact with you. And it could be just to let you know that they're here. It could be to give you a message or some guidance. And they're asking you to watch for the signs. So usually with loved ones in heaven, what will happen is we'll get smells, maybe we'll hear something, maybe we'll feel something, maybe something will keep coming to mind that they did, and it's their way of saying, I'm here, I'm in the room with you, I want to interact with you. Maybe their song will play on the radio, maybe, something that they said will be said to you by somebody else, and it'll be a clear indication that they are trying to get through. So it's super, super important that if you've got somebody who's passed over, that you talk to them, that they are still very much part of your life. Their soul still goes on, and it's important that you speak to them. So Mary, for you, your loved one in heaven to say hello, and they want to talk to you in their own way. So talk to them, get communicative with them, and honor them and recognize them and talk about them to people who maybe didn't know them, and let their spirit live on through you. So there you go. That's your beautiful card.
A lovely one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Lindsay would like a card, please.
Lindsay, are you a little bit of an eager beaver? Because your card just flew out of the deck. Your card is express your creativity, and I love this. I love this card, right? And straight away, I feel like you should be working with the Archangel Gabriel. I feel that because he is the Archangel, or she, whichever way you want to interpret it, is the Archangel of communication and the arts, okay? So I feel that you've got something that you're trying to express, but you're not doing so good with it. And whatever form that expression is, whether it's a physical thing or whether it's a mental or a vocal thing that you're trying to get across, okay? You have something that's trying to come out of you, something big, something that needs to be heard, and it's not happening. It is not happening. You are not getting it out clearly, and this is why we need to work with the Archangel Gabriel here. Another important thing for you is to wear the colour blue, like me today, right? Wear the colour blue. Any form of blue will do. Wear it. Work with blue crystals, and I never brought in a blue crystal to show anybody. Work with blue crystals such as blue quartz, turquoise, sodalite, lapis lazuli, any of those. They will help you to get expressive and to start creating what needs to be created. Open yourself up to getting that guidance and direction, and maybe that'll come in the form of dreams, maybe that will come in the form of somebody telling you something that you need to hear. But open up to it, be receptive. You don't need to do all of this alone, and that is so important to get across. I feel you are a little bit of a live wire as well. That needs to be curtailed a little bit, because your live wireness tends to drag you all over the place. So work with amethyst, which I have here, purpley crystal, you can get it in tumblestone version, and some rose quartz, pink one, and work with them to help calm you down, and to allow you to kind of soothe and be soothed and be calm, and to help you get sleep at night as well, because I think you struggle with that too. All right, so there you go, that's your card.
Cool. And would anybody like to ask us anything? Because either a card or any particular questions, just yell up in the comments, because I just want to ask Trudie, because she pulled out her rocks there. Tell me about your rocks, Mrs.
My crystals. I really, really love crystals. Now, I've only been working with crystals for a couple of years, but from the moment I started working with them, oh, she's got her jar. I won't bring over mine because I'll put you to shame. I've been only working with these for a couple of years, but they are amazing. This is my big chunk of amethyst, and I love it. And I brought some of my favorites into the room. This is my citrine, and they all do different stuff. Okay, so your amethyst is really good for peace and calm. It's a master healer crystal, and this will also really help you if you suffer with headaches and tension headaches. Your citrine then is your stone for happiness and abundance. I've got my fluorite wand, which is one of my faves. This removes all negative energy from the aura. And you've a rainbow fluorite as well, don't you, in a tumbled stone? We were looking at it yesterday.
Hang on, let me get my other bits. Get your bits out.
Get your bits.
I love this one, look.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, I want it. I want it. I want it. I love them. Oh, a lovely piece of citrine.
And this is gorgeous. My gorgeous assistant bought me this one. Oh.
Organized. Wow. Wow. Shut up. Don't make me bring over my bowl of tumbled stones, which is just my sitting room collection, because, yeah.
We're getting crystal competitive here.
Just a little bit. Crystal competitive. Another one I love is my selenite wand. And this is, really good for bringing in your angels closer. And it lifts the vibe in the room. Lifts the vibe. One of my absolute faves. Sorry, Emma, cut across you there. Go ahead.
Oh, I need some of that. I haven't got a wand.
You haven't got a wand. You need a wand. Tourmaline is my absolute fave. Now, I've only brought a small piece in. But tourmaline, yeah. You don't have a tourmaline, do you? Is that an obsidian?
Yeah, that was the other one. Hang on. Yeah, anyway, keep going while I dig in my crystal.
Tourmaline is a little bit of a rigid stone. Yeah, that's a tourmaline. And it is fantastic for grounding. It is a fantastic stone for protection. It is a fantastic stone to help you if you're suffering with anxiety or depression as well. So I love these, even though they're not as pretty as the purple stones or the yellow stones. They are amazing to work with, and you can actually grid your house with these and selenite, combine them, and nobody will rob your house. So crystals have all sorts of uses. They're, health uses, well-being, overall well-being, mental well-being, physical well-being, whatever, spiritual uses, and then practical uses as well. And you know what? Kids love them. If I want to keep my kids occupied for an hour, I'll give them all my tumbled stones and I'll say, will you wash them for me? And they will do it. They absolutely adore them. And they have so much fun. Sophia's often done videos for the page where she's been cleansing the crystals in her Sia wig, as I call it, and she'll do stuff like that, and she loves it, absolutely loves it. I brought in some lovely rose quartz as well, because that's a stone that every woman in particular should have. Beautiful pink stone. And if you get a nice small piece, keep it in your bra. Yes, it is the stone of love, self-love, peace, calm. And if you're saying positive affirmations to yourself about maybe your business, maybe your life, whatever it may be, rose quartz reaffirms those affirmations to you. So anything positive that you're saying to yourself, that rose quartz will pick up on that and make it even more so. So really good one to work with. Really good one.
Yeah, when you're into your crystals, when you take your bra off and a rockery falls down. Whoops!
I always say to them, be careful, because if you really like that stone, it's going to break when it hits the tiles in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But people often thought I was practice when I said put it in your bra.
Yeah, I've often got lumpy bras, and you go in the shower and it's just like, poof, everything falls down.
You ever put on a tight top or something and then you see you've got all these lumps in your bra and you're like, no, I'm not wearing that today. No.
I prefer to have my crystals than my nice top, thank you.
Exactly. Change the top before we change the crystal.
So Claire says, steady on ladies, it's a crystal off. Jan would like a card.
Jan, okay.
We could stay here all day.
We could, really and truly. I love pulling cards though. I love it. Now, Jan, focus your mind. Okay. So what's this card about for you? This card is telling you that you have got stuff that needs to be dealt with right now, stuff that needs to be sorted through before you can move on to the next project or the next thing. You need to be dealing with what's here and now, what stuff you've been putting on the long finger, maybe stuff that you've been trying to suppress or brush under the carpet, whatever way you want to say it. And let me tell you, Jan, if you don't start dealing with it, your energy is going to go off balance. Your chakras are showing up in this card, and they're saying, like, if you don't start focusing on what needs to be done, then everything's starting to go out of whack. And that can, really disrupt your career. It can disrupt your personal life. It can disrupt your health when your chakras go out of line. So it's super, super important that you do balance up and make sure that you are, dealing with stuff that's important. And often or not, we're all a bit afraid to deal with stuff that seems scary, but push past that fear and get on with it, because it's not worth the end result if you don't deal with it. And know that you're capable, and know that you can make a decision that is going to be beneficial to everybody and everything. So trust in yourself. And there you go. That's your card.
That's a nice one. Right, well, while you've got your cards there, missus.
No problem. Nothing cards, butterfingers. I feel like a Gemini right now. I feel very indecisive. That took a minute.
I can feel a whizzy kind of energy.
Very much so. I don't know, Fran, are you a Gemini? But anyway, your card is shining your light in the Archangel Uriel. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card. And it talks about how wonderful you are as a person and how much you suppress that. You suppress that for the people around you. Maybe you think it's not okay to be positive. Maybe you think it's not okay to appear cheerful, bright, or happy. Maybe you think that would upset the people around you. Maybe you feel that it would, it would be looked upon as being strange or being different. I don't really know what way you feel about it, but I do know that the Archangel Uriel is coming through to you, and he's saying there's so much more to be gained from being positive than there is from being negative. There's so much more good stuff ahead of you if you're positive, and if you've got a bright outlook and you infect other people with that positivity. If you're spreading negativity, then you're spreading really, really bad vibes, and it's going to bring you and your group of peers or your family down. So make sure that you are the change you want to see. If your group is negative, then you be the one to inject it with positivity. If your group of work colleagues are down and out and they're, really giving off bad vibes, well, surround yourself in that love, light, happiness, good vibes, and just don't let it affect you. Continue it. Make it a habit. Turn every negative you hear in your mind or you hear from other people into a positive, and it will become a very, very easy habit to have. So there you go. That is your card.
Woo. So I think that what I would like to ask you, we've got nobody else asking any questions or asking for any cards in the comments at the moment, but I would like to ask you what you think has been, your kind of lessons to share in business. What has been the things that you've gone, that really made a difference?
Working with you. No, and that is being truthful. Working with you made such a difference. And funnily enough, it was through Leonie Dawson's group that I found you originally, because I had that notion of creating an online course. I thought it was going to be ridiculously expensive to do. I thought it was going to be really difficult to do. And I just asked, did anybody know about how to go about it? And it was my long-term plan. I mean, I was thinking I'll get this done in about 2 years' time because it's going to cost me so much or whatever. And a lot of people tagged you, and you were the launch queen back then. So you messaged me, and I think it was about 10 o'clock at night, but you took the time to message me and say, here's my freebie. And your freebie showed me how to make an online course. And I was a bit like, whoa, how is she giving that away for free? And from that moment, I followed you, and then you went to Coaching Rockstars, and your Smash Hit Success Bootcamp came up, and I went, yeah, I'm doing that. And followed you on since then. And it has, working with you has been one of the greatest things for my business, because you've encouraged me and influenced me and motivated me so much. Things that I wouldn't have done myself. It's always good to have someone in your corner who believes in you, knows you can do it, because often or not you do get that way about yourself where you're thinking, nah, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I don't know how, and the communities that you've created as well, they're really supportive and really helpful. And if you don't know, somebody in there probably has that area of expertise, and it's so good to have that. The next lesson I suppose I've learned in business is feel the fear and do it anyway. do it anyway. Fear has kept me stuck. It's made me play it safe. It's made me play down my gifts and abilities and talents and stuff like that. Fear was making me a small local business. I have clients now who are in America, France, the UK, and I'm based in a little place in Wexford on the very bottom corner of Ireland, you know what I mean? And I was playing it safe as a local business for so long, and I'm not a local business anymore. I'm international, and it's so strange to say that, but it's true. And it doesn't matter where people are in the world. If I'm meant to work with them, we will connect and we will cross paths. But yeah, feel the fear, do it anyway, just get on with it. Trust in yourself, trust in your gut. My gut told me it was time to leave the market. My gut told me many, many times not to do something or to do something. And I often dismissed it because, you have to have business sense when you're in business. And I thought, well, no, the more economical thing to do. And I'm not an economical person, so trust in your gut. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do this. If it's meant to be for you, it will be. And having fun. This isn't boring. I love being on the side with you, and I love my work. Not all of it is good fun. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of all the technical side of things, but one day I'll outsource all of that and it'll be somebody else's problem. And they'll love what they do and I'll love what I do. And, that is what, that's what business should be. I'm in this for myself and I'm in this for my kids, and we should be having fun and we should be enjoying it. And I want them to be inclusive in my business as well. And if my business becomes a page just for grown-ups and boring and, whatever, then it's not going to be fun for anybody. It's not. So, yeah, have fun with it. Do stuff that you love and show that love. Get out there and just do it.
And it's infectious, it shines through. Isn't it?
Huh?
It's infectious and it shines through. When you love what you do, people can absolutely tell. Hayley would like a card, and I'm going to do last call for anybody who wants any cards before we go. Last call. Time at the bar.
Hayley. Is her name Hayley?
Hayley.
Perfect. Hayley, you've also got Shine Your Light and Archangel Uriel. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? With you in this card, I feel like you have a purpose. I feel like you have a purpose. Something that you should be doing, something that you're not doing or not doing fully. And the Archangel Uriel wants to help you shift and change. You've been going through some growth over the last while, and that's something that's been coming up very strongly for you. There's a lot you've been learning, maybe about yourself, maybe about whatever area this is really related to. Maybe holding yourself back because you feel like you maybe are not at a point where you're ready to push into the next stage, or you feel like maybe something else is about to go wrong and you've got some more learning and growing to do. But in fact, you're ready. You are ready now, and it's time to push forward, push past that, and get in and do it. The Archangel Uriel would love to help you every step of the way, and he has been helping you. He's been showing and bringing to light to you some things that you were maybe not aware of, or some things that you were maybe not paying attention to, and you've done your growth now for now, and there will be more growing in the future, but right now it's time to take the next step and to get on with things, because you've got some really good stuff to share. So there you go, that is your card.
Fantastic. And we've got Imelda before we finish, I think.
Cool. And Imelda's also got spiritual support. So, Imelda, you have been getting a lot of gut feelings lately, and you have not been following them. You've been getting a lot of kind of good vibes and bad vibes coming through. So usually with the bad vibes, your stomach kind of flips and you feel like, oh, I don't like this, I don't want to do it. With the good vibes, you feel all kind of light and butterfly and excited and all of that. And you need to start paying attention to those gut feelings, because those gut feelings do not lead you astray. That is your connection with the divine. That is your connection right there, shining through you, physically shining through you. So if you are getting those bad vibes, then you know this is a negative situation, or possibly could end up being a negative situation. Stay away from it. Don't enter into it. They come to you before something happens to let you know if it's safe or not safe. Again, with meeting people, sometimes you just get that bad vibe. Your friends might say to you, but they're lovely, they're really nice, why don't you like them? And they might be lovely for them, but that doesn't mean they have to fit for you. So instead of trying to push past it and go, do you know what, yeah, my friends are right, or whatever, I'll just get on with it even if I don't really like it. It's not worth it. Trust your vibes, trust your gut instinct, and go with it. And just know that your angels and your spirit family are around, and that they are supporting you as well, and that they are trying to give you some really clear signs. So there you go. That's your card, Imelda.
Love it. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for spending an hour with me this morning. It has been absolutely great. If you're watching the replay, then you are equally as welcome, and pop in any comments that you've got, and that would be fantastic. We'll pop back over and we'll have a look, and I'll tag Trudie in if there's anything for her. So thank you for joining us, and
Thank you for having me.
A blooming pleasure. I just everybody that you have got 30 minutes to join this month's competition, and I've put a link into the post that has this month's competition, which is I've just packed it up, so I'm not going to show you everything that's inside it, but it's this gorgeous bag, which you can see is now packed to the top with
wow,
that is available to win. So if you want that, then please do pop over to the post. And we've also got the business astrology. Have you got yours yet?
Yeah, it's totally accurate. Totally accurate. I think you've got a new career calling in astrology. No, it's really, really good, because I'm a Taurus like you, and you really nailed that one. Really, really nailed that one. I haven't seen your other ones, obviously. I just downloaded my own, but yeah, you really, really got that one. So yeah, definitely people should be going and picking that freebie up, because it was so cool. So cool. But it does make a lot of sense business wise. We can be very stubborn, very stubborn.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Lots of people have said to me, let's reframe it to another word. And actually, being bloody stubborn sometimes is good, because being stubborn means that you actually see things through and you get shit done, and things happen. And it's just making sure that you use your stubbornness in the right place.
Exactly. I like the word stubborn. I don't think it's a negative word. I think if you're being stubborn about good stuff, then it's not a negative thing. It's when you're being stubborn about things that are bad for you, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah,
I have a stubbornness with tea at the minute, so.
Well, I think it is time for some more tea, and I'm going to put in a link to follow Trudie and to get on board with her and see what she's got going on. I will pop that link in, and thank you so much for joining us, Trudie. It's been a pleasure. And bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.